Hello, good afternoon. This is Diecast Luna. Hope you're all doing well. I thought I'd do a quick revisit on some of my favourite pieces from 2024. Like yourselves out there, I've come across and ordered some very cool premium pieces this year. Far too many to go over all of them all together, whether it's been from Hot Wheels, Auto World, RLCs. I've ordered and bought some very cool pieces, but I'm going to show just four, so the video shouldn't take too long, on some of the pieces that have stuck out to me and impressed me the most. And some of them you'll probably be quite surprised, or at least I was quite surprised about, because they're not really, two of them are not really my thing, but still, that doesn't matter. We'll get straight into it. So the first piece from this year that impressed me a lot is this very cool, let's get some extra zoom on, Hot Wheels Porsche 911 in the yellow with the black trim. Very, very cool piece. It must be just the yellow paint, but I don't know what it is about this car, but I've got it downstairs in my downstairs walk-in cupboard where I keep a lot of my cars, all my cars now, and this one is out on display, so to speak, and it's just, I don't know, I just really, really like it. Didn't cost me a lot. I think I paid £8 from this from a local toy shop, and I just really, really like it. It's probably my most favourite premium Hot Wheels for this year, even more than the RLCs, because it didn't cost a lot. It wasn't hard to find. Let's get some extra zoom so you get extra detail there. There you go. And like I said, it's just a very, very cool piece. But like I said, I have shown these cars before, but I thought it deserved another go. Awesome, awesome car. So that's one of my favourite, probably my most favourite Hot Wheels premium piece for this year. The second piece, so you can really hear the rain battering against my window, is this from Mini GT. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so I can, oh come on, do this every time. Let's try again. Do apologise. You'd think by now I'd be used to this camera. So there you go, Mini GT. We all know the quality, so I haven't got to go on about it. But this was a piece that I bought from a shop, my local city of Truro, or my local city, Truro. And I didn't pay a lot for it. I think I paid £24 for it. And I just thought it looked cool in the box. But I don't really buy a lot of JDM cars, but I am starting to really sort of get into them, because you can't deny they are great looking pieces. But anyway, let's try and open it up. But when you see the car, I just couldn't get my head round just how good it looks. I know it sounds stupid, because we all know the quality of Mini GT. We all know that it's great value for money, great quality, great QC usually, everything. You get a lot for your money, but this I just thought was awesome. And I'm just going to stick another light on a minute, because it ain't doing it justice. Let's see if that's any better. But yeah, there it is. Awesome, awesome piece. And like I said, I don't collect masses of modern cars. I must admit, I'm into more classic cars, but this I just thought was so well done, and it's probably my favourite Mini GT in my collection over cars that I tend to go for. Like, we've all got likes, we've all got cars, like you might be into Ford, you might be into Porsche, you might be into whatever, and I just really happy that I picked this up, because it is just such a pretty looking car, and for the money, the quality is just really, really cool. And like I said, my camera isn't doing it justice, mainly because of the light. It has got that chrome look. Absolutely great. Awesome, awesome piece. There you go. Just very, very nicely done. So this is probably my favourite. There's the bottom of it. Not a lot on the bottom. But then again, these cars are like that because they are obviously race cars. But that is my most favourite Mini GT from this year. Just outstanding. Because like I said, even though it's not a car that I would tend to usually go after lots of, I just really impressed with the level of detail and the cost. Great car. Really, really great car. So that is those two. The next piece, the third piece, I have shown us a few times. So I unboxed this one live. Well, when I say live, as in I unboxed it and didn't realise what I got when I unboxed it. And it is this Kaido House Nissan Skyline GTR. Also say R33 GTR. And it is obviously a raw. It's obviously their chase piece, which was quite the surprise because obviously I'd bought the plain piece, which should have looked like, if I don't drop it again, like that, or it should have been that colour, should have been like a metallic light silver, and obviously found this. And like I said, I'm not really a chase guy. They're cool. I think in the whole time I've been collecting, I've only ever found one super treasure hunt, and that doesn't matter. Because like I said, that's not me. I don't do peg hunts. I don't do peg hunt videos. I don't really go for chase pieces. But when you do come across one, it is very, very cool. And this car just was a cool looking car anyway. But obviously, being the fact it is a raw chase, just makes it all the better. So very, very cool. So very happy to have unboxed that and found that and showed it to all you guys out there. So anyway, so the last piece that impressed me the most this year is probably this. And this is probably the piece that's impressed me the most out of all the cars. Even more than the RLC pieces, which RLC I love collecting like we all do. But this Honda Civic, every time So I had a Honda Civic many years ago. I had a Generation 2 Civic, I believe. But it was in pretty much this shade of, well, I'm not sure, turquoise blue. It was pretty much in this shade. And I've always liked, probably my favourite Japanese car or JDM car is the Honda Civic. And I've always liked the Mark 1s, the 2s, 3s, 4s, up to about 5. And then after that, I sort of lost interest because, like I said, I've always been into classic cars or older cars. It's just the cars were around when I was a youngster. And I remember seeing these cars, obviously not like this, all sported up and done up and lowered and everything. But because of the colour, just reminds me, and it always does it on this box, just falls out. But this, even though it's not the same car, I had a Generation 2, and obviously it wasn't hopped up like this, but it just reminds me of that car. And again, the quality is outstanding. That is one thing that, you know, you've got a great designer, Judah Moy, and obviously they're made by Jiminy GT, and together they're making these fantastic, fantastic pieces. I don't collect everything that Kaido House does. Not all of them are my thing. I've got about 5 or 6 in my collection. I like the less Larry ones, if I'm completely honest. But this one, I think, is the best, in my opinion, the best they've done to date. Because I like hatchbacks. I like the colour and the quality. And it's just, yeah, absolutely spot on. Very, very nice piece. So this is probably my favourite premium for this year. Let's get some bonnet detail. And these are like my might. You either love them or you don't. I know that some people, it's a scale issue with a lot of people with these cars. But to be perfectly honest, so I actually put this, I got a Honda Civic from Hot Wheels. And that's the thing. You know, these Kaido House are Hot Wheels scale. They are Hot Wheels scale. So really, it's a no-brainer. If you collect Matchbox, if you collect Hot Wheels, and you ain't overly bothered about scale, then these are the things to get. And like I was explaining to a friend of mine that didn't know about these, so I've got a non-collecting friend that loves cars, but he doesn't collect diecast. And to him, he was blown away by the detail. And I said to him that the best way to explain these cars are that they're not so much, they are racing cars, they are actually a custom diecast car that you can buy off the peg. That's the best way to explain what these are. These are custom diecast rather than, because obviously a lot of these cars that he does, they're obviously not real cars. They're his interpretation of what he thinks they should look like. But these are, like I said, just very nicely done custom premium cars. But anyway, I have waffled on for long enough. That is definitely my favourite.
But these were my favourite picks for this year. Let me just grab this one back out of this box very quickly. Let me just compare. I don't know. See, I don't know. This is obviously true to scale. And this ain't probably a fair test, but, you know, I'm not sure which one's bigger in real life, if that one's bigger than that one, but it ain't far off. It ain't far off. It's just wide. But I'm not bothered by scale anyway, particularly. But anyway, let's put them back. So with that, please like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more premium pieces next year. Wheel swaps, restorations, customs, all that good stuff to come. And with that, oh yeah, don't forget vintage Matchbox. I've done it again. Vintage Dicast Monday. I don't know why I keep saying that still. But anyway, I'll see you all very soon. And one more video to go. Stay tuned for the Christmas Eve draw. So obviously I'm going to be doing my Christmas Eve giveaway for the Porsche. So that's going to be happening on this week's, I should say next week's Vintage Diecast Monday episode. But anyway, with that, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.